What if I told you some of the best movies of 2026 have gone completely under the radar? From horror to action to sci-fi, some of the best movies of the year came and went without anyone paying much attention to them. If you're always hunting for something new to watch, you'll definitely want to make sure you didn't miss any of these 7 2026 hidden gems. Our first movie was a Guy Ritchie action thriller starring Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Eiza Gonzalez called In the Gray. Despite all the big names behind it, the film was a box office bomb, making a measly $23 million. That's a shame because it was a really fun movie about a team of elite operatives who are sent to persuade a ruthless despot to give back the $1 billion he stole.
The police are on payroll, and he has a reasonably experienced private army.
I kind of get why this was a box office failure. It's the kind of movie that's got wait to watch it on streaming written all over it. It hasn't hit major streaming platforms yet, but keep an eye out for its digital release. It's mostly made the old-fashioned way with practical effects, which is a relief to watch with all the CGI action stuff these days. Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal also make for a great team, and while it isn't among Guy Ritchie's best movies ever, it is one of the most fun action thrillers to release so far this year. Next up, I have another action movie for you, but this one with a very comedic, over-the-top vibe. It's called Normal, and it stars Bob Odenkirk as an interim sheriff in a small Minnesota town. He expects it to be an easy job as usual, but instead stumbles upon a dark conspiracy. Normal has a very strong, snowy, wintry atmosphere. It feels a bit like Fargo meets Nobody with a very violent, turn-your-brain-off type story. You can tell it was a movie that didn't have the biggest budget, but it still looks quite good. It's very offbeat, and Bob Odenkirk is still just as likable as ever. If you're in the mood for a fun movie that doesn't take itself remotely seriously, Normal is a solid weekend watch. But if you're the type of person that needs something a little more serious with a well-written story, then you might be into my next pick, Tuner. It's a crime thriller about a man who has overly sensitive hearing. At first, he uses his hearing to tune pianos, but he soon learns it also makes him an excellent safecracker. Tuner is kind of an interesting blend of genres such as crime, drama, thriller, and even a touch of romance. It's an intelligent movie that does a fantastic job of putting you inside the character's head, making every click, note, and creak feel incredibly loud and important. Leo Woodall gives one of his best performances to date, and while the heist angle initially feels done before, the hearing premise keeps it feeling fresh. It's a little different than the usual Hollywood formula, and if you're in the mood for a smart movie with some depth and emotion, Tuner is well worth the watch. Next up, I have a horror movie that was one of the most original films I watched this year. It's called Exit 8, and it's about a man trapped inside a subway corridor that repeats itself endlessly. In order to get out, he has to search for anomalies or changes within the corridor. When this movie first started, I was wondering how it was going to stay interesting for an hour and a half, but I gotta say they really nailed it. It gets under your skin and does so many unexpected things at you that you always feel glued to the screen. Like the characters, you'll be searching every shot for something that's off, and sometimes you see it before the character and you really feel your skin crawl. It's very creepy, atmospheric, and weird. If you enjoyed other horror movies like Backrooms or The Platform, definitely check out Exit 8 as well. And if you're enjoying these kinds of hidden gem recommendations, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Every week I dig through all the new releases and streaming libraries to find the movies that deserve a lot more attention. So if you never want to run out of great things to watch, you're in the right place. Next up is a crime thriller movie that's based on a true story. It's called Dead Man's Wire, and it's about a desperate man who takes a mortgage company president hostage in a public standoff that lasts for days.
You like ice in your milk?
No ice, Tony.
Good, because I don't remember if I filled the trade this morning was a whirlwind.
Dead Man's Wire is definitely not your average thriller. It's loaded with tension, but it also has an offbeat, darkly funny vibe that gives it a lot more personality than you might expect. Bill Skarsgård nails his role as a disgruntled man you're never quite sure whether to sympathize with or be terrified of. Dacre Montgomery also gives a very understated performance as a guy who just doesn't want to die. It's a quirky movie in which you're never totally sure how it's going to end. Dead Man's Wire barely made a ripple when it first released, but I think a lot of crime thriller fans would really enjoy it. After that, I have another movie based on a true story. This one is called Pressure, and it's about World War II meteorologists whose weather forecast helped shape the outcome of D-Day. We seem to be getting more and more of these World War II story you never heard type movies. Pressure was great, and like the title suggests, shows the enormous weight of knowing that thousands of lives depend on getting the forecast exactly right. It's another reminder that all war stories are not fought on the battlefield. Andrew Scott and Brendan Fraser both give excellent performances. It's a very tense movie, and if you enjoyed films like Darkest Hour and Imitation Game, Pressure is one you will most likely appreciate as well. And my next movie is not only one of the biggest hidden gems of the year, but also one of my favorites of 2026 so far. It's a sci-fi comedy called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and it's about a man from the future who tells a group of strangers he needs their help saving the world.
What happens if we fail?
I really don't like to say it out loud. It's kind of a morale killer.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is consistently funny, consistently entertaining, and consistently surprising. It feels like a cross between a top-shelf Black Mirror episode and the sci-fi comedy Idiocracy. Sam Rockwell is great for this role, and it feels like every line he delivers is perfect and hilarious. It's a slightly long movie at 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it felt very fast. It's always moving, always changing, and always feels unpredictable. I found it to be a blast to watch. If you're the type of person that's sick of all the reboots and remakes, you'll probably find Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die to be an excellent watch as well. If you've seen any of these, let me know what you thought of them in the comments. And if you got any other great hidden gems this year, I'd love to hear about them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.